First of all, I want to say I love what I do. I hate this market. Why would realtors hate this market? Like there's this misconception out here on how realtors feel. So I'm going to share with you a few points, and then I'd love to hear your comments below, see what you think. So one of the things that it's the pricing. So the market has changed. You know, between 2020 and 2021, we weren't really sure, but now going into 2022, I mean, there's houses in the neighborhood that have sold for like 500 plus, and wham, a listing goes out with the house priced at 349. Does that make any sense? Because, you know, we know that they're going to get possibly over 500. So it creates like a flurry of activity. And all the people that are going to go, say between the 350 and the 500 amount that the seller wants, they don't have a chance. They just don't have a chance to get it. And now we have set new market values. You know, I'm not going to go into Forest Hills and price a semi at 389 because they're all selling over 500. So why would I do that? So this won't change until pricing. Using that strategy for pricing, until that stops, this shift is not going to move. But I have so many realtors and they'll compare it to the old market. You know what? We all know what the old market was, but that's not it anymore. If you were reading a book, would you go back and read the first few pages all the time and talk about it? Not a chance. Waiving conditions. I hate waiving conditions. As realtors, we want our clients to get the inspections. We do, however, have to follow their lawful instructions. And it is really hard to do sometimes. You see these buyers and they've written 5 or 6 or 8 offers, and they're getting what we refer to as buyer's fatigue. And so they'll say, okay, let's go in with waive all the inspections. And I actually just lost on a bid because the other people had lost or had taken off the conditions. Yes, the inspection. Okay, so number one with inspection, you have no idea what you may find in that house. And check out my next video that's at the end of this screen here, because I'm going to talk about the actual cost. So what's the inspection for? So the inspection is to ensure the home is in good working order. It's for any defects or deficiencies that affect the quality of life, the safety of your life, and the enjoyment of your life. That is what a home inspection does. I had someone say to me, oh, you know what? I'm buying new, so I don't need an inspection. I'm going to share it, and I swear this is true, because I think I told you about it when I got back. So a couple bought a brand new house, and they did not do a home inspection on it. Like literally, they even picked out some of the finishes. So she was always cold, and she couldn't figure it. Like, wow, why is it so cold in here? So they thought, well, maybe it needs a little bit more insulation up in the attic. Yeah, there was none. There was not a bat of pink fiberglass. There was not a little piece of blown-in insulation anywhere, right? So what happened? You know, now in this case, you know, you could go, I mean, of course you're going to go back to the builder, and he was, you know, really good about it, but that's not the point. The point is, you know, what if it wasn't new construction? How much would it cost you? And that's what we're going to talk about in the next video. So, first-time home buyers. As a realtor, there's just so much joy with first-time home buyers. You know, they're inviting you into the biggest purchase of their life for the first time, right? And, you know, when we find the house and we bid on it, and the day you do the keys, it's just the look in their face. And you know what? I don't see that look very much anymore. The price point in Halifax for first-time home buyers was typically $250 to $350. Now, if something's $350, even, you know, $370, $380, it's going to go for over $500. And we all know there has been a lot of bids coming in from other provinces. They've made a lot of money on their real estate sale where they're at, like we use Toronto for an example, and then they come down here and it drives the local prices up. So again, using the pricing strategy I mentioned above, that's another thing that may, quell that. I was reading this morning, like there's just so many new people coming from these outer provinces, and I didn't write the numbers down, I wish I had them, but there was like over 4,000 from other places in Canada, not immigration. So I really feel for the first-time home buyers. I love working with them, and like I said, it normally, like when you had a buyer, you knew you'd find them something, and now when they call and yeah, I know, you can tell. See, this really bothers me with what's going on out there. With it's heartbreaking. It really is. Negotiation for buyers and sellers, when you do a home inspection in this market, the sellers are just no. They won't. They know there's a backup offer. They know. So why should I do that? Somebody or somebody pays like $100,000 more, and there's a fix that is about $5,000, and the sellers don't want to do it. You just got $100,000 or more for your house. So that level of respect between buyers and sellers, I feel, is really gone by the wayside in this. Okay, here's one. In this market, I don't need a realtor. So there was a private seller not too long ago that we wanted to show the house, and we booked it for Tuesday. And like I said, it's a private seller. And she took the first offer that came along on the first day on the market. See, the strategies that we use for, like I said, the pricing strategies we use, the communication skills that we have, and the negotiating skills. I always say to people, it's not putting the sign on the line. I mean, a 12-year-old can put the sign on the line. It doesn't take much, right? It's what goes on behind that, as you well know, what we do, and the negotiation skills. So she very well could have left $100,000 on the table, 100,000 or more. Yeah, absolutely. So this will probably get me in a little bit of trouble, but I'm gonna say it. What some of the agents are doing out there. The industry standard on competing offers, I mean, I've been, like I said, everybody knows, I've been in this a long time. And so the way I was taught, when the first offer comes in, they don't know they're competing, right? So we're holding offers, by the way, I should have said this, we hold offers for a week now. Again, not to drive the price up, that does happen, but to be fair to all the buyers out there. So after the first offer, we know we're competing. So the way it generally went was prior to, I do it about 2 hours before, because you used to have to do it all by phone, but I do it about 2 hours before, because a lot of the agents are waiting to the last minute to see how many bids there are, okay? Which I totally understand, because they're all rolling in. What do we have, 12 rolling in an hour or something? Last week, it was crazy. So number one, I had an agent ask me to counter his offer higher than the highest bid and give him 30 minutes to let his clients accept it. Why would I do that? First of all, I would not treat another peer in my industry, and this is just my opinion, I'm just sharing it. I just found that was it's just something I can't do. I'm not gonna say unethical, that's kind of the word that jumps to my mind, but anyways, I just wouldn't do it. Right? And then, like I said, the offers come in and everybody knows they're competing, so now they know there's 10 offers. No, I don't think. I think it's kind of, a lot of it is like, just the seasoned agents, the older agents, there was always a way of doing something, and it's completely out the door, And so again, an offer comes in, we got multiple offers on another property there not too long ago, and I think it was about 2 weeks ago. And the agent, he called me and he goes, I'd like to reset, like when I sent my offer in, there was 6, now there's 11. I want to resend my offer. So he wanted to bring it up higher, hoping to get it. If you tell, this is actually the rule, if you allow one person to change their bid, you have to allow the whole group to change their bid. So what I said to him is, you do realize that if I send out that notification, you are in the same competing offer situation that you were, you know, it just, so anyways, I know, and there's a lot of agents that's just not gonna like what I said. But hey, that's just mine. So, and jumping back to the pricing too, like sellers take a lot of time to get their house ready, right? And the duty of care that we owe our clients is to make sure that part of it, that they're not inconvenienced any more than they have to be. So you price it, the old market, you get like 50, 60 people coming through the house. Your sellers are getting it ready. They're cleaning, they're going out, they're putting the babies in the car, they're driving away. For what, maybe 25, 30 people that there's not a chance they're gonna get that house, right? Like if I was a seller and that was the strategy I was using, you might as well leave your house for 3 days, you know, which a lot of people do. So, and you know, jumping into the real estate game in this market, I just shake my head. Welcome to anybody that has come, and I love what I do, but this is not HGTV. We are in one of the toughest markets that we've ever seen in Halifax. Even talking to seasoned agents, I'm talking like 30 years, 35 years seasoned agents, and they're just shaking their head, you know. It's unprecedented. So you know, the oh, you're enjoying it, you must love this market. I'm going to be upfront with you. I hate this market, and there's a lot of realtors that hate this market. Our heart breaks, or mine does, for the buyers. I'm happy for the sellers. I love the ones that I work with, and they're always very respectful to the buyers and the buyer's agent. But this is not the pot of gold market that everybody thinks it is, do they? Not a chance, not a chance. So if you enjoy my videos, please, you know, put something in the comments below, subscribe, like my channel. I'm Brenda K with the Halifax Home Selling Group. Check out the next video, and this is the sweet Miss Frankie. Cheers.